Hi, hello.
Hello.
Um, let's see if we have any more channel requests. Hello. Hmm, I think I would go to everyone here and we can just get started. So first of all, thank you for your time for the meeting today. And it's been a while since our last meeting. We have prepared several questions that we would like to hear your feedbacks and suggestions.
Hello?
Mm, hello.
Hi, I just joined in. Sorry if I'm a little late.
Uh, no, it's okay. No, we will just start with the questions. The first one is how do you feel about the recent adjustments made for the All Star and Battle of Challenge? And are you guys satisfied with the changes made?
I think that's a universal no. That personally, I mean, I've messaged you several times and they still haven't been resolved. But I saw countless players posting videos, screenshots, issues with lag, people getting rewards that shouldn't have, people not making it into All Stars that should have. Uh, there were countless performance issues, and
That's
really
not what she was asking.
yeah, I mean
She was asking about the format.
well, I mean, even the format of it is the format's fine. The entire issue with All Stars and with the game as a whole is performance based right now. I mean, you've got stuff
Right.
that is not working the way it's supposed to, and you keep releasing cosmetic things that all they do is increase lag that nobody's asking for, and it's pretty ridiculous. I mean,
Well, that's been ongoing for over 6 years that I've been playing. I'd like, let's let her go through her list before we get in a bitch session about lag.
Okay.
Sorry, Elena.
Oh, no, I can understand that. Um,
The format of All Stars with the three categories was great. The biggest problem is the wording. People qualified did not get to open a building. That needs to be amended.
okay.
and my team's scores did not count for week 4 at all, despite having sent screenshots in showing that our scores were incorrectly calculated. Nobody has addressed it.
That's
Okay.
been an overall issue, Elena, as well.
Uh, was this a glitch? Can you send me the details to the Facebook Messenger?
I mean, yes, it was a glitch. I don't know specifically what happened, but I sent you and customer service screenshots of all 4 weeks of our score, and week 4 very clearly did not count. And we had another player that should have made top 400 to qualify for Major League All Stars that did not qualify because his score did not count. And you asked
Uh,
me if it had been resolved. It hasn't. Customer service stopped responding to me. I mean, coupled with the issues with lag, the format's fine. I actually think it's fantastic that you guys are giving more people the opportunity to be exposed to that format because it has been extremely limited in the past. The formatting is fantastic. The issues are popping up where you don't have the server capacity to be able to support it, and where there are glitches in the game that are letting people get in that either shouldn't, or preventing people from getting in that should get in.
Are you talking about your scores as overall getting in?
Yeah, so like our week 1 for qualifying rounds, our week 1 score counted, our week 2 score counted, week score 3 counted, and then week 4, same thing as all 3 previous rounds. We won our battlefield. Our scores just did not update. And
Huh.
and
And
so
you never lost.
I'll
Yeah.
look at
we
into
never
this
lost.
later after this meeting. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that this is something
Yeah.
that has to be handled outside of this.
I mean,
Or else we could spend an hour listening to you
So,
complain about it.
then let's move on. You're asking about issues with it. That's where I'm experiencing them, and I've seen countless other people expressing similar things that are going on.
We didn't have that either,
and we won.
Oh, sorry, I kind of missed that.
I have a suggestion and then a problem. May I go?
Oh, please.
Okay, so a suggestion is, I would love a feature to bookmark a user by their ID and then assign a custom name, because often I see people change their name and then I get confused who is who, and it's hard for me to track who are they and what was the previous name they use and to identify them. So I maintain an Excel sheet by myself, saving their IDs and their names that I know. And when I happen to come across with a player, I look into their ID, match it in my Excel sheet, and then I know, oh, this is that person, something like that. If I have a feature in the...
You can customize your nickname for people now. You can literally set their name to what you know them as.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll have this.
Currently, what I'm doing is adding them as a friend or blocking them. That's the way I can, bookmark some players. But
If you're just trying to warrant them, yeah, leave them on your blacklist.
right, but if it is a feature that allows me to add them and set some name to them, you say that I can add a nickname. Where is that feature? Can I add a nickname to a player and put it into a list, like even a blacklist?
That up in the Discord group instead of wasting call.
Oh,
Can you say
pass
that
it
again,
to
please?
the developer team for the further thinking. I think it's a good one.
Okay, all right. And the problem I have is a troop building. When I try to, build a huge number of troops, I go to the building and then, go scroll through the tiers, and then I want to build tier 5, for say, let's say, and then I select all and then click build, and then I use the timer, then come back again, build, click the timer, finish the time, and then click build, finish the timer. I want to do this endless, at least as long as I know the number of troops I built is enough. For example, a million tier 5s. But what happens is 2 or 3 sets down the road, it fails and it throw an error when I use the timer, and I have to get out of the building, get into the building, swipe again to the tier 5 or tier 4, wherever I was, and do it again. And then within 2 or 3 sets, it fails again, and the cycle repeats. This is a huge frustration that I cannot continue with the troop building without this problem, and this is holding me from building a huge army. Right now, I'm not building any. I already created a customer support ticket, and that got closed, saying that, oh, we got your suggestion and we look into this. And I was like, okay, are you going to look into this?
You're going too fast for the game to keep up. If you pace yourselves, you
Sorry,
have no
yeah.
problem long term.
I tried. I sent us a video which is like 30 seconds, one set or two set, to build two set in 30 seconds, do you think it's going to time out that much? 30 seconds is not enough. I'm not going too faster. I tried faster, I tried slower, I tried different timers, like exact time that needed or more time needed. I tried with a team member that can hit help, not hit help. Different scenarios I tried. This is kind of a random. It's not related to the I couldn't figure out what is the pattern that caused this problem. um, but definitely this problem occurs, and then whoever I reach out in my team or other players, they all complain about that. They say, yeah, troop building is a terrible experience. And I was like, okay, I'm not the one, but it's very hard to see, um, to get past through this problem. But again, yeah.
Through her list before we go into.
I was gonna say, Diane, I don't mean to cut you off. I am very impressed. We're 11 minutes in and nobody's bitched out Elena yet, but we've also done nothing.
Alina,
Yeah.
can we have a same amount of runestones types, 4 types, it's the same amount balanced when we open runestones chests?
For what chest?
Sorry.
We all have concerns. Elena opened up that she has some questions for us. Can we ask the questions, please?
Get back on subject. I think as far as I speak for the masses, everybody's happy with, having more players be able to get dragons and stuff. You're gonna have to listen to all the complaining. That does have it. Everybody has it. It's not. They have the lag. What was your next question, Elena?
It's about training troops.
It's about what, ma'am?
Yeah. Do you think it would be helpful to limit the training of Taiwan troops?
To limit the training? I don't understand.
I think if you were to update anything with the troop training, why not make it so kind of like you know how you've done the finish all button for your runestones? Say if you want to make a million troops, make it so you can make a million troops and it takes your speeds, and it's
The
kind of
problem
like
with
the
the
finish
finish
all
all,
button.
the problem with the finish all, my troop, to finish the troop, it needs, let's say, 2 hours. But when I use finish all, it randomly use either whatever the first number is available. It could be 24 hours, or it could be 5 minutes, or it could be 3 hours slot. It just use the slot simply and then use it everything instead of using the exact time needed. So if I choose what timers, then I save and use the needed timers, not randomly use anything that's more than enough for the time needed. So that's the problem. Me using finish all, and I think all the players would agree. I don't want to use finish all. I want to use the exact timers needed.
Yeah, if there was a way to break it down to the exact minute versus it taking anything to cover the time amount. Like he's saying, if you have 5 hours of troops and you have a 3-hour time and an 8-hour time, it's going to use 8. You just lost 3 hours.
Exactly.
So if there was a way to make it more precise. Sorry, I have a cold.
Sorry.
But those are the two things. One suggestion, one problem. I'm here to report. I'm all ears now. Gonna hear others what they're saying. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Can we get to your next question, Elena?
No, let me be more specific with this one. It's actually about the level one troops. Like, I know some of you may play like do the layers when you use a lot of level one troops. So, do you think we should put a limit, like the like give a capacity to your level one troops?
No, by all means,
Oh,
you shouldn't cap somebody's creativity. If they want to
no.
burn the resources and the speed to build them, by all means, they should be able to.
I
If they want
agree.
to build 100 billion troops, let them. If they want to build 20 million, let
Yeah,
them.
it's yeah.
That's
Don't
part of
limit
the
anything.
game.
I mean, that,
So it actually doesn't matter.
I
No,
don't.
if I think it's tier one troops doesn't do much against rallies, so it's let it you know.
Yeah, you can easily rally out a T1 trap.
Yep. So no need to stop
We
the.
don't,
And it helps.
you don't need to throttle the quality. Yeah, blah, blah. Never mind.
well, and that suggestion is
Also,
saying that you're wanting to limit the one way that small or moderate players have of taking a solo hit from people that are spending thousands of dollars a week. That doesn't seem like any sort of environment you should want to foster for the game.
okay. So I'll move on to the next question. Based on sorry, our recently version updates and features and activities, which ones did you find unsatisfactory?
Get rid of
And
pan. Remove pan.
I wouldn't say remove pans, but I would say relocate their days. The Amir time is extremely valuable to most players, but Tuesday, Wednesday for pans would be ideal. We have a dead day on Wednesday with no extra bosses.
The rewards.
Yeah,
For
Elena,
pans and bring Emers
we
back
truly
every week.
need emirs to be weekly,
Yes.
not every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Everyone
Yeah, maybe
wants it.
put pans on Wednesday.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if majority of players want emir every week, so do it. Give the players what they want.
Agree.
Yeah.
Everybody
I would
wants
love to
Emers.
see.
Make Emirs
Yeah.
every Thursday and Friday like it was, and make pans every single Wednesday. Don't do the
Yeah, that
alternating
would be
schedule.
awesome.
Yeah, I
Don't do
agree.
the alternating
100%.
schedule. Pans on Wednesdays, Emirs on Thursdays and Fridays.
Now that
I
would be
hope
good because like nothing.
Yeah, but they'll still like take turns to have.
No, that doesn't work because we don't like it.
Yeah, we don't like pans.
Elena,
Most of
I
us
want
have
to.
put complaints with customer service for pans. They, especially first week, they were horrible. Second week, they became somewhat decent, but still doesn't compare to Emers, and I don't really do them as much. So
I don't even log in. Hands.
It's not worth the
Honestly,
stamina.
like make some adjustment to the pants rewards as well.
like if they bring as much resources that Emers will bring, maybe they would be worth it, but still. Level 5
Yeah.
Emer and level 5 Pan, especially if it's a different troop type, if your buffs are not good enough, you're just going to get unnecessary wounded and it's not worth it.
Yeah, you will fill your hospital with a lot of wounded troops. And we have an issue with the spawn rate, Emir spawn rate. It's really slow.
Especially on Thursdays.
Yeah, you have to search the entire map to get one.
Yeah, I have this note down. Okay, so much about Pioneer. And can I move on to the next question?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So it's actually about like what features or optimizations do you think should be added to the game in the future? Like, how do you believe this changes will benefit players? And we already had that like custom the nickname feature, and
We
maybe
have also We have another one also, blazons. During a battlefield, it's really difficult to enter the city and your city keep and do changes. You have two presets or three presets of blazons. So you have to change from attack to defense to another one. And all this happened during battlefield. So we need like a shortcut. Instead of we enter our city to make changes, we need shortcut.
Outside the city.
Also, for reviving sub generals, there should be something on the map so you don't have to go in and revive your generals, because
Yeah,
it takes
yeah.
time and you can't do multiple hits if you're doing
Because
solo or anything.
when you enter your city, you just lost your site. Everyone will attack you and you will be zeroed. So
That should
we
go
need
for your
this.
hospital too. You need a
That's-
shortcut for
Yeah.
your hospital to be able to heal your troops.
That
There should
falls
be
into
something
a
on the
risk and
map
reward
for it.
category for me, though. If you're risking killing your subs, somebody should be able to get the reward of, potentially smacking you back.
I would like to be able to change my wall general without having to go in the city. If I'm being
It
rallied,
would be amazing.
I would love
Yes,
to be
that
able to change my gen on my wall, my defense gens and assistant quickly, and I cannot.
And we suggested this last meeting, and nothing happened. We told you this about changing war general. You have to have a saved preset for war generals. We told you this last meeting, but nothing happened.
Yeah, and that's something that's really needed, especially for All Stars Challenge. We
Just
have to
need
be
more accessibility in map screen.
Sorry. So I mean, like it's like a bunch of buttons or maybe like menus, like outside the city, so you can like do whatever you want without actually going into its building or cave or your cave, right?
Yeah.
Elena,
No
if
need
you
to
look,
enter your keep to do changes.
if
We
you
need
look
this
in the meeting
shortcut to be
chat,
out.
Elena, if you look in the meeting chat, there's a really good suggestion on how you could implement that.
Well, it could be done right through the Generals tab, which is a lot quicker.
Yep.
And we want it more than just Battlefield. We want it all the time.
Yeah, that same thing goes for SVS as well.
Exactly.
Just being able to do everything from the map screen would be a lot more easier to PvP at a faster speed.
Also, we
Sorry.
okay, outside the PvP, we need save gear fragments to be in auction house.
Also, a way to change gear that you don't
need a wheel.
You don't need the auction house or the wheel. They need to be released into bosses, like we've been saying for the last 6 meetings. And
Yes,
it's not going to happen.
fantastic.
We just need to get the thought out of our heads. It's not going to happen.
They already
Yeah,
said we're going to put them in the bosses.
The problem is we said this last 2 meetings about we get fragments in bosses, but I don't see it. I don't see it in any bosses.
That's
So
because
if
they do it.
so I suggested that we can add it to auction house fragments.
No.
I think through bosses would be the best way. Limit the number you get daily, but at least give everybody a chance to have fragments of Civ gear.
I mean, and do it like you did the new wheel that you've released. Make it that you can't get the new sets, but that the first 6 or 8 sets that you released, there's at least some method to obtain them over time with hard work and dedication, rather than having to spend $200. I mean, I know the group here is willing to spend money, but a large portion of your game base is not spending $200 per event, let alone $2,000 to get the conquest gear. So,
Well,
I mean, it's
as far as that goes, We have the ability to buy blazons for like $1. Give us the ability to buy gear frags. It's going to be more than $1, but
You can buy 30 of them.
One.
You can buy 30 of them for 2,000, I promise. And that's what they're focused on.
But not the older ones.
Yes, but about the civil fragments, and I think we will like keep it to what we have like now, and it will still be available from the cakes and the civil wheel and the astrolabe wheel and the ticket wheel.
Okay, then can you increase the number of chances that we get to spin the wheel per day without spending money? I mean, you're limiting it to the point that we can barely get 40 spins for the entire event. I think 40 spins for the entire event. It's nearly impossible to grind to even get 2 guaranteed fragments, let alone anything of significance. And I mean,
and then one of the wheels is just coin. That's it. You have to pay for it.
And there's not even cheap options for it. It's just a $100 pack for the US. I mean, we're not asking
you
for
barely get anything from it.
Yeah, we're not asking for you guys to make it free. We understand that there's a commodity aspect of this, that people are paying a premium to be able to have the best. We completely understand that, but we're asking for some bridge to bridge the gap between the people that don't want to spend $2,000 every 2 weeks to stay on top, but are more than happy to grind over the course of 2 weeks or a month or 3 months to be able to put a piece of gear on their general to help them stay competitive. I mean, that's what we're asking for. We're not asking for you to release it to everybody for free. I don't think anybody has ever asked for that. We just want the ability to be able to get it over time.
Okay.
And as it is now, we do not have that.
No, we lose players every day because they don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. Not everyone can afford to pay $2,000 every 10 days for one piece of gear or 2 pieces of gear.
And there's new gear coming up every week or every 2 weeks.
Alexander just made a very good point, and that's what I was going to mention. Can we stop releasing updates every week, every month, and let the game come back to a natural balance? K35, we had nothing to do for 4 years, and I understand you don't want that to repeat itself, but eventually you have to let the player base catch up with the top 1%.
They were at least able to compete.
Yeah.
They didn't give up.
One more thing, with the fragments that we have, if you already have from the past, let's say 27 fragments of something, but you already bought that, let's say the plant ring, for instance, you already had 27, but you ended up getting a Civ Treasury new Tyke's wheel wasn't coming back because it hadn't been back for months, so you ended up just buying the ring with the chest. Now you're sitting with 27 treasure chests that you're gonna have to open for a nothing reward. That's not worth it.
I love that. Yes, I would love to switch it to a different one. Yes, I have
would
same
love to switch
situation.
mine also to something else. I have a bunch of them that are sitting at 25, 26, 30 even now of something that I can't use.
Agree.
And if I convert them, they convert into something that's worth nothing.
Convert the fragments.
We would like to.
Of the same bracket.
Yes, of course, same quality, but just to be able to convert them into something that is an actual fragment from a Civ gear, not to convert them into treasure chests that bring no rewards in them.
Okay.
Similar
Even
to
if
the
it's worth or not worth it.
convert them
Lina?
back to chest like we get from the wheel.
Yeah,
which
that would be fantastic.
what we want.
Lina,
What else?
Convert them into a conquest chest or into
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
quality that one is.
Okay. What else? Like about new features.
One addition to
Supplies,
that, sorry,
shop.
converting to the conquest, or allow us to switch it to a different, type. So, if it is a he and we can change it to Rurik, something like that, that would also help keep the same 30 fragments and use it as a different type Civ gear.
Well, you can do that.
Another idea for that, if you have, let's say, a lot of them, if you can transform, let's say, 90 of the conquest into the bigger tier, into
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
that would be also fantastic. Yes, you're going to exchange 3 or 4 of the lower tier for the bigger tier Civ gear. For some, it might be worth, and they're going to spend $200 for 6 weeks, let's say, to be able to, or for however many, in order to get $2,000. But some would be willing to spend that money over the course of multiple months to be able to get one of the bigger Civ gears that costs $2,000 in the States.
I love that idea.
Like composing low level.
Composing them up to something.
Yeah, okay.
I'd like to
We
see
need also the composing option on marsh size, through marsh size, city buffs. We need the composing options on it.
Yeah, a lot of us have a lot of those small ones.
Yeah,
Oh, like the junior to a senior?
Yes.
yeah.
Like
We
9
need
junior
the composing.
turn into a senior, or 3 medium turn into a senior. However you want to do it, but that would be
It will be
fantastic.
a amazing update if that happens.
Okay.
Also,
The
we need
senior ones are
to.
harder to come by.
Sorry. What did you just say?
I just said the senior march sizes are harder to come by, so obviously it would be awesome to be able to compose the junior or the medium ones up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's probably the best idea I've heard online, and I have one more that I want to ask on. Elena, I know on some servers they had another Viking challenge mode up to, I believe it was called Hell mode. Whatever happened with that project? Did that get scrapped? Because many of us older servers, we're ready for a higher tier Viking to give us even better gold rewards, You've got techs that are thousands of days and billions of gold.
Yeah, because hard is not hard.
Yeah.
Hard's not even hard for a server that's 3 weeks old.
That's why I'm asking. I know they had that hell mode for a while on certain servers. Whatever happened with that?
I'll check with the developer team later. Yeah.
Make a hell mode and you really think you're crazy, you can kill this thing mode.
I'd like to see like 1,000 select all on troops on preset, so you don't have to go through each one of them, and then possibly add monarch gear to the presets.
That would be
Add the
fantastic.
monarch gear to what?
Yeah, monarch gear to marsh presets. It will be awesome if we can just. We take a lot of time to change monarch gear when we change the attack type.
Oh, okay.
If we're sending
attacking was.
Yeah,
and we
that
have
would be if they would link.
in monarch,
There's also like a battlefield thing.
Yeah.
everyday thing.
Yeah, an everyday thing.
It's an everyday thing, even when you do barbarians.
And the ability to copy paste a preset. Like if I save preset number 1 with 1,000 of every single troop and tier, then I want to be able to copy that base preset over to preset 2 and then over to preset 3, so that I can spend 40 seconds building my presets instead of building 5 presets over the course of 20 minutes.
And then you get red Wi-Fi right in the middle.
Yeah.
The thing with this though is you put your presets together pretty much once.
No.
I mean, I change mine on a daily basis for bosses versus PvP. So
Yeah.
I'm rebuilding mine every Wednesday, every Saturday, and then every other Friday for SVS.
Why not? You have 8 presets now, or 7, most of us.
I mean, I've only got 5, but y'all may have more. But at the same time, like vast majority of the player base does not have 8 presets.
Even 8, I have monster kills, different monsters, so I choose different presets, and I
This
run
sounds
rally.
like a real first world problem. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like, it's that hard to scroll through your general list to find your bears to set a boss. I'm sorry, I don't mean to seem rude, but I've been in a lot of these fucking calls, and this is by far the worst one I've been in.
Can I ask for something? I don't know if it's possible, but is there a way to make a rally that's less than 5 minutes? Some monsters, it just takes so long to wait 5 minutes for it, and after that you use gems to kill them faster. Is there a way to like add a 1 minute or 2 minute rally time? Maybe
No,
a stupid idea,
I think
but
that's a
I'm
bad
sorry,
idea.
that's a no.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Elena, can we remove the limit of buying things from Alliance Shop? There is imported items. We can only buy one per day, which it will take forever. So we need to remove the limits and let everyone buy whatever we can. Yeah, Alliance Shop.
Using Alliance points, we can daily buy certain items, but there is a limit on it. Is there any chance that we can take up the limit so we can buy more? Because there are certain items we want more, but with the limit, we have to do it daily.
I got your question. I just don't have the answer yet, so maybe we'll.
We can just send. We can just send this suggestion to developers. We can see.
That was an improvement that was not an improvement.
Yeah, it looks like a business decision, but this is the request coming from most of the players who are spending more. So you may want to consider and think about that. I understand it's a business decision, but the limit is too stringy. Maybe increase the limit at least a little bit more.
Or remove the limit. We can just buy whatever we want.
I don't think they're going to go for that, but at least increase the limit would be a reasonable
I think
request.
increase might be possible. I don't know.
Elena, I've got another question.
Okay.
It's currently Ultimate War season for Battlefield of Constantinople, and the requirement for Wonder 3 allows you to have place top 200 in a season of Ultimate War to unlock the Glory Achievement, Invincible Hero. Why can we not see our personal rankings within the ranking list like we can for All Stars? Because this season, according to the description within Wonder, should allow players to unlock Wonder 3 if they place top 200 on their continent. But there is absolutely nowhere that we can locate our personal ranking for the season within our continent. It's for the entire game in the personal rankings right now.
Yep, it's a smart question. We need it.
I mean, because we've got players that are pushing for it, but they have no idea where they stand currently, because it's showing rankings for the entire game, not for our continent, and so they don't want to waste the resources and speed ups and all the different items that they're going to be using to make that push if they can't tell that they're being successful in that effort.
Yeah, well, we will consider to optimize this so that you can like have a clear picture.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm asking for is just the same personal rankings chart that you guys use for the All-Star Battlefield seasons, just applied to this season and any other seasons that you do the Ultimate War. Because it very clearly says Ultimate War allows you to qualify for Wonder 3, placing top 200 on your continent, but there's no way to gauge your progress for that outside of the Battlefield or the All-Star seasons, but we're currently in it.
Yeah. What else do
About the All
like?
Stars, can I say about the All Stars? We have three types or three classes of All Stars. You only can get All Star Dragon in Major League, but the other two leagues you can't get anyone. So if we can, make top 5 or top 10 in medium and junior All Stars leagues, just a few players, it will be amazing.
Or increase the number of coins that you get for qualifying higher in elite or
Using Galaxy coins, you will need like a year and a half to get laden from All Stars shop. 18 months, and that's a lot.
that's a long time.
Yeah, so if you can increase Galaxy coins, or you can make like top 10 in these medium and junior leagues to get All Stars Dragons, not just the major All Stars league.
Okay.
Also, another thing regarding Wonder 3 specifically, it would be fantastic if you guys could start excluding people who have already unlocked it. So make it a fresh 100 every single season of Battlefield, or a fresh 200 per continent every Ultimate War season. Because it again, people trying to make pushes, but it's limiting when 90 out of the top 100 already have it.
Yeah, this was brought up before, but I don't think it may happen.
You do think it will, or you don't?
Don't.
I don't.
And it
I
shouldn't.
remember this.
I mean,
We have talked about this before.
Yeah, it's difficult in Continent 1 and 2 to get to top 100, because we have old players who has already Wonder 3 unlocked,
And you
and
want
they
to
are,
punish them, though. That's what I don't
because
get.
because the big powers they have,
That earned it by not letting them have another opportunity to get that top prize. That takes money away from Ebony.
It seems like the same complaints about, everybody should just get Wonder 1 given to them because it's too hard to get top 5 in SBS.
Maybe make top 10 in SBS more often.
I'm not physically bitching about this. I'm making a reference that everybody, I think, wants a participation trophy at this point. Maybe, again, I've been playing a very long time. Maybe it's because I've been playing a long time I feel this way.
I have to agree with you there. I've been playing for almost 6.5 years. I've grinded for everything I've earned.
So, any more suggestions about the new features and optimizations?
for optimization, this request is from my alliance. We need to get some advanced march speed ups from bosses.
Yes, that
Because
was fantastic.
Yeah, we have a problem in Marshy speedups. Everyone has a problem
Well,
using it.
that ties back into your request a minute ago about increasing the capacity of the alliance shops. I don't like being able to buy, what is it, one advanced March speed a day. I miss being able to save for a month and then buy a couple hundred. When you're tight on gems, that was handy. But putting them in bosses, I don't see that being viable.
And buying bags, whether it's leather bags or any other bags, to get Marshy speedups won't help. It just give you like 50 or 100, and in Battlefield you will use double this number. So we need Marshy speedups to be in bosses, and also Alliance shop to remove the limit on buying it.
Okay.
Yeah, we go through thousands sometimes in SVS and Battlefield and everything, and even buying packs, it's not covering what we're using. And then you also get glitches every now and then where you speed up to a target or to something, and all of a sudden your timer goes right back to where it was, and you've lost those speed ups.
Yeah, it happened to me.
Yeah, me too.
Or the march will get stuck completely.
Yes.
Which is a tremendous problem. Daily occurrence.
I've actually sent a lot of screenshots that happened in the past few weeks to customer service, and they said they'll look into it, and that was it. No other replies back or anything like that. I had to restart the game several times. Obviously, I can't get zeroed at my power in one hit, and I'm not anywhere near you guys are probably, but still, restarting the game and having to go right back just to see that your troops are camping into a temple or something, not fun.
So about the labs and March stocks, do you guys get this more often recently than before?
Yes.
Yes, a lot.
Since when, to be exact?
I've been taking screenshots every time it's happening lately. And I have a thread open with customer service, and every time I add to it, they just say there's nothing that they can do about it, and they're just gonna look into it.
I mean, they've only got 3 customer service agents servicing more than 1,000 servers. I have given up on CS long ago, but yeah, it's time frame wise, Elena, that has gotten worse in the last 6 weeks. Maybe 8 weeks, but it's gotten worse in the last 6 weeks for sure.
I think it started around All Stars when it got worse, and then all of a sudden it just started spiraling more.
I'll check with the tech team. Maybe see what did we do recently, and maybe we can make it better.
While we're on this topic, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Go.
I just wanted to ask about optimizations to the game again. Saturday morning is when we do our Battlefield. We do the early slots. This kind of all ties together with your March speed usage and all that in the last few minutes. What is going on where the first half of the day, the game is unplayable? You send a rally that shows 45 million land, it's got 12 in it. I just want to know about optimization. You used to do that once in a great while. You'd shut the game down for 2 hours at a time during, the week, just to go through and try to fix the lag.
Also, if we do this, make it to regular maintenance time, Like how should we set up the frequency? Sorry, like every week or every like 2 weeks?
No, even if you did it bi-weekly would work, even monthly, once a month. The game always ran better for at least a week after you did it. Of course, it's been a couple years. Maybe my memory's going.
Okay. Can I move on to my last question?
Yes.
Yeah. What new gameplay elements are you looking forward to? It's also about the new features, like more game elements.
Can you go into more detail on what you mean by elements of it? Besides visuals, not much has really changed that I'm aware of. Maybe I didn't read an update right.
Like ultimate season for BOG.
I don't think that would be a bad thing.
I think that falls into what I just said. Of really, nothing's changed. The changed Gmail, it's now the top 64, not the top 16. That's a benefit. But I think that ties into your first question of the night.
What if we want to add a new building to the main city in the future? And do you have any suggestions for this new building?
Maybe more defense or more debuffs, because the game not balanced. The attack buffs are so high, especially if you are defending against a rally of all stars dragons. It's just difficult. We need more defense. So the last one was very good, Elizabeth. It gives defense buffs, so maybe we can get more debuffs.
Like another research building, but for debuffs only.
Okay, thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah.
So we all agree with like a debuff building.
Yeah, debuff, even if you just did it as a tech tree.
But don't do it just for K40. Make it accessible from my K35 at least.
Yeah.
About adding an assistant to our subjects.
We need this for everyone, not just as a K40.
Assistant subgens, I think that'd be a horrible idea.
I like the idea.
Well, I'm just thinking on the attacking end, you got a VIP 25 that's already ascended his subgens. And then he's going to march 10 more of the strongest subgens that are, you only get through packs. Yeah, all gold spec for extra debuffs. It's not gonna really balance it out.
Yeah, it would be better for in city than on subgens.
I think that's really the next step. Is we need to defense is starting to balance out as everybody's getting further into techs and growing. That's one of the bigger ones, but being able to debuff is going to be really make or break.
Okay.
You got to keep in mind debuffs max 50% no matter what.
How often are you hitting 50% of the debuffs as some of these higher tier players?
I go against, we're against RSG and HOT. It's impossible.
I was going to say, are you capping 3,000 archers? Because I know I'm nowhere near capping it.
No, that's why I want.
I thought you were against me. I'm sorry.
Alina, at the start of this meeting, I said about the rune stones. We have a lot of generals, and to unlock every specialty, it's impossible. If we can use it for like 3 or 4 generals, but it's impossible to unlock all specialties. So we need the rune stones chests to give the same amount of rune stones for the 4 types.
Or compose the first two types that you always get a lot more of into bigger ones. That would be another idea.
Okay, we can do this also, but it's just impossible. It's impossible to use this on. We
In
have
the
a lot
wise
of
words
general.
of CDI, just do better, please.
Okay, I got this note down. And do you have any ideas for some new PvP events, or like new battlefield, stuff like that?
Well, I think they've mentioned this in the past too, having like one that you can just go in and test on between your alliances, or
I would say I played an online game like this, like Evony. We had a battle royal inside the server. Everyone was competing against everyone, not just another alliances. No, it was every player in the same server play attacking each other. You know, uh, it was a battle royal event. It will be good if we did this.
Elena, can
I think they put a poll out like a few months ago asking if we thought a battle royal mode would be good for a crossover or something.
Yeah, it was fun event. So I think it will be fun if we did it in this game.
Elena, why can't you guys institute basically a battle calculator like you had in Age 2? In Age 2, you could go into the rally spot and simulate battle reports. Why can't that be modernized and implemented into this version of the game?
I don't know about this calculate thing. I'll check with the develop team, see if maybe we can do something about it.
Yeah, I mean, a battle calculator, a battle simulator, however you want to put it, something that lets you simulate what would happen without it actually having to happen, so you can get a range of your capabilities.
Why not just YOLO and send that 40 mil R to the 60 mil?
And splat.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the game. Fuck around and find out.
I think there's too many variables to use a calculator.
Oh, yeah. One person can miss their speed up and get sent without, or, a smaller, lesser buff could fill in and your calculations are entirely wrong.
Correct.
Now, I know we're only scheduled for an hour this, Elena, and we're on our last minute. I want to bring up something that hasn't been brought up yet tonight, and that would be server merges.
Yes.
You're up to 1,300 servers, and every time we ask, you merge 10. Can you increase the amount or the regularity of them being done? It used to feel like you did merges every 6 months or so. Now it's only you get 10 servers get a merge.
I think we already increased the most of the amount.
I'm not sure you don't send a.
Can do.
Like I said, I'm not aware because you don't send a cross game mail anymore telling what servers got merged. It's only to the servers that got one.
Yeah, the last one I heard of was in November.
All right. we will have a merge after Battle of Shadows, and we will increase the merge servers amount this time.
Some players leave the game because it's a bubble of burn servers. We have in my server we have a problem in gathering tiles. If we can put a bubble on tiles, it will be good.
That's a core
one
function
of
of
the
the
things
game. That's
that
never going to
has
happen.
not changed in the existence of the game that I'm aware of.
Or be able to move servers, that would be something. Yeah, pay for it or something like that, but at least be able to move.
That would ruin the game balance. Being able to pay to move a server.
But
You
limit,
have
like
one
once they're
server.
allowed once.
Exactly, though. And then you'd have, you'd have 40 HOT alliances because everybody and their brother is going to pick a server to go to and dominate.
This server like transfer thing will only available for the new accounts. So I guess that's so much more for today, and if you guys have any other suggestions or ideas, you can send me to via the Facebook. And thank you for your time today. And that's
Thanks,
all it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'll message you tonight. I'll talk to you in February next year.
Have a great night.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.